Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Guild News. Hope you had a good week as we got some information to go through. We have news about Age of Sigmar, Bloodbowl, and later in Asmodee, we have a little bit of Shatterpoint news. With that, I'm Wes, and unfortunately Kyle's not with me here today, so let's just jump into this. Well, first up for Games Workshop, we have Age of Sigmar, Dawnbringers, Book 1. Harbingers is the first chapter in a new narrative series that follows the twin-tailed crusade. This book will contain rules as well as information about the 4 heroes and the regiments of renown that follow them. Well, that's not all. Up next, we have the General's Handbook, Pitched Battles. With new thematic rules, 12 new battle plans, strategies, and tactics, this book is great design for matched play and those wanting to get involved. This would be 2023 through 2024, so you should have enough information to last you for the entire year until the next book comes out. Now, with that said, we have 4 new box sets coming out. The Dawnbringers, the Fire Slayers, the Flesh Eater Corpse, Gloomspite Gits, as well as the Maggot Kin of Nurgle. These 4 boxes are a great way to get started with a new narrative play that's something coming for Age of Sigmar. It's a good way to get started or to add to an existing army. So with that does bring Age of Sigmar to a close, but we do have great Blood Bowl news coming up. Gutter Bowl. Leaving the stadiums and taking to the streets and sewers of the old world, Gutter Bowl is a game of amateur Blood Bowl players just up and coming into the sport. Now, this has all the information that you're going to need for it, the rules, the 2 dugouts, as well as the pitch, and it should be compatible with any of your Blood Bowl teams. But that said, we do have 2 new Blood Bowl teams coming. We have the Middenheim Maulers. This new alliance team is made up of a combination of humans, dwarves, and halflings. Giving a new flexible approach at team building, it tries to cover each unit's weakness by leaning on each other's strengths. With that, we don't have just the team coming out, we also have the Alliance Team Card Pack. Containing 44 reference cards, 16 unique play cards, position cards, as well as rule reference cards. This is a great option for any Alliance team to get you started. But with that, we don't have just the Alliance coming, we have the Underworld Creepers. Sneaking their way onto the pitch, this Underworld Denizen team is made up of Skaven as well as Goblins. So have your Goblin linemen stand guard as your lightning-quick gutter runners speed down the pitch. But with that said, we also have team affiliation cards as well. Just as before, this pack comes with rules reference, special play cards, as well as the rest for the Underworld Denizen teams. This would be a great way to set up any of your Goblin, Skaven, or any other team. But with that does bring us a close to Games Workshop, so let's just jump on over to Asmodee. As always with Asmodee, there are a couple board games coming out, but the main one I want to focus here is Shatterpoint. There we have a few boxes coming out, but first up it's going to be Plans and Preparation. Now, this light side box set has 2 Jedi leading clone commandos into battle. Now, unfortunately, Kyle's not here to help me with the pronunciation of their names, so I'm not even going to try. But with that, this looks like a great box set for anyone who's already running a light side army, or a great way to get started. But with that, we also have the dark side, Jedi Hunters. Containing the Grand Inquisitor, Reva, the 5th brother, and the 4th sister, this box is a great way to add to your dark side army. It looks like one I'm going to have to personally pick up. But with that, we have another box coming out, the You Cannot Run Dual Pack. This pack comes with terrain, Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan, allowing you to recreate the intense battle at the end of the Obi-Wan series. This looks like a great box set to get. It looks like some great units to add to your roster. But with that said, that brings us to the end for Asmodee, so let's move on to events. Going into events for this week, we have Wednesday Board Game. Now, this week's going to be Mixtape Massacre, which is a great board game about a series of killers trying to outdo each other in the city of Tall Oaks. Come on down and play a game, roll some dice with us. We have a small crowd that's coming down and playing the games, but we're always welcome for more. And if too many show up, we do always have backup board games we can jump on over to. But with that said, if you're interested in board games or if you just have a Wednesday free, come on down, roll some dice with us. We'd love to have you. But that's not all. Coming up on Friday, we have Adventure League. We are trying to foster a community of role players here every Friday. We get involved. Right now, we're going through the Curse of Strahd, and we have more coming up. We have backup DMs if more people show up, just to be on the safe side. So if you have any passing interest in D&D at all, why don't you come down with your level 1 character and let's get started with this. We'd love to have you down. Again, Kyle's favorite phrase, why don't you come down and roll some dice? With that, we have our Saturday, which is Asmodee Saturday. We try to focus on Asmodee games. We focus on Shatterpoint, Crisis Protocol, Legion, but in reality, come on down and play any of the games. We're more than happy to play whatever game you want to run in. But with that brings us to Sunday, which is our Warhammer Sunday. Warhammer Sunday, it's mostly 40K, but again, AOS is more than welcome. We don't have a tournament coming up. Tournament will be with next month. More information on that as it develops. But with that said, come on down. Bring an army, bring AOS. Or if you want to bring Asmodee on Sunday, bring Asmodee. We'll do something. Someone will be here and want to throw down with you. But with that said, that does kind of bring us to a close. So, a short news day today, or at least I tried to hammer through this relatively quickly. But why don't you come on down sometime? It's 205 South First. We'd love to see you. We're happy to have anyone come in the door. If you just want to look around, or if you want to buy a board game, or if you want to test out a board game, it doesn't have to be Wednesday to play a board game. So, come on down anytime. You can comment on any of our social medias, like and follow and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We do have a Twitter as well. So if you can get any kind of engagement on there, like, comment, share, anything. But with that said, I'm Wes, and why don't you come on down sometime and roll some dice? That made me feel bad. I don't want to do that again. Love you from the guild.